Hey guys, first of all, I just want to say I hope you guys are having a great day. Second, I want to tell you guys this video is really important, so please share. I'm making this video to make the world a better place. I'm not trying to make money, I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just trying to let the world know what we need to do. So please share this video or information, please. I wrote down a couple of things that work in the world logically, but we don't really take the time to think about it. First of all, I just want to say or talk about the importance of being good. And it's kind of a metaphor. I wrote down a couple of metaphors, but I'm going to go through each of them one by one. So, the first metaphor for life I have is called the circle of goodness. So, by that, I mean think of good and bad as energy. So when you do a good action, you spread this good energy. When you do a bad action, you spread this bad energy. The thing is, we don't know how drastic it is. We don't think about it. We don't think about the consequences. We only do and not think of the consequences. So I'll get back to that in a second, but think of Earth as kind of like a giant room. We're all stuck in it, we can't escape it. Maybe in the future we could go to the moon, but for right now I think it's important to fix what we have on Earth. So yeah, Earth is basically a giant room, we're all stuck together. We might not we're all connected, right? Like the internet, which is a good thing because we can grow faster, we could learn faster things about other places. It's the internet isn't the bad thing. It's just we don't really think of the consequences. So, we're all in this room. We can easily share with each other. We kind of like ignore the bad things of the world. We're kind of selfish. So just imagine this: the Earth was to shrink down to the size of a room. And there's only like what 10 people in there. Now imagine two rooms, right? One room has people full of negative people. Now the other room is full of positive people. Which room are you going to choose? Of course, the positive one. Or just imagine there's a room that's neutral, right? And then like you add two negative people. That negativity is going to spread. Maybe some of the people that are neutral are going to say, I have to defend myself, so I have to fight back with negative energy, right? So that room just becomes full of negativity. So that's how basically negativity works, in a smaller way, with that room. But I feel like since we're all on Earth, we share with each other. We're all connected. I feel like that negativity spreads easily. Now you could do the same with positive energy. You could put like two positive people in maybe they could focus on fixing I don't know, maybe diseases, finding ways to work less, finding ways to make technology better, other ways to basically just live a happier life, not really one where you're selfish. So another thing is we don't notice is how selfish we are, and it's really hard to notice. It really is. Let's say, and I'm not, saying these people are bad. It's just an example. Let's say there's like a billionaire, right? Um, that billionaire wants to buy like what, $1 million painting. Like that painting isn't gonna do anything for the world. It's selfish. It just stays in your living room. I guess guests could come over and look at it, and you could be like, yeah, that's $1 million painting, but that's pretty much it. But instead, what you could do is, I don't know, maybe donate that money to people that are homeless. Kids that don't have anything to eat. This is just an example. it's true, that's what you can do. And as I said, it's hard being selfless, 'cause like, all this time growing up, it's only been, survival, and it's about you. But we're not animals anymore. We have homes, we have plenty of to eat. I live in America, and we have like fast food place like in every street. Like, we have everything in America. Like, what more could we need? We got cars, we got, houses, we got food, like literally a couple minutes away from us. I can't imagine how it is in other countries. I have it really lucky. Even though, I only live in a trailer, I'm only 22, I have a minimum wage job, I still feel like, if whatever money, I'm happy the way I am, but like other people out there, they need my money more than I do. Yeah, I have a house, I have to eat, I have a car. That's basically all I need. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing, selfish versus selfless. Another metaphor for life I wanted to talk about is called the black room metaphor. And it's a metaphor where basically just pretend you're in like a room of darkness, right? It's pitch black. Well, actually not pitch black. You see this door, this really big door, and it's heavy, right? But you see like that it's open slightly a little bit, and it's showing this light. And pretend the black room you're in, the darkness is basically ignorance, right? And when you see this light in, it creates kind of this peacefulness, this positivity. But to open that door, it's very difficult, and you gotta put effort. Sorry, excuse me. You gotta put effort into opening that door, but you physically can't do it alone. Just in real life, you can't make this world a better place. You could do what I do and share information like this, but I can't physically do it on my own. I need help with everyone. Of course, everyone needs to be positive to change this world. So as I said, maybe you talk to people in the room, and you're like, if we open this door, it will make us feel more better. Everyone will stop suffering. Everyone will know true peace. And of course, some people will say, that we will never be able to open that door, but some are gonna be like, sure. And eventually, after a while, you guys could like help each other to open that door. And maybe someday, you will completely open that door. Who knows? But like people that are saying, it's impossible to open that door, those people are gonna be the ones to make it very difficult to open that door, because having peacefulness is a big goal. It's a large goal, but it's a goal. We can reach it. You imagine all these goals people have, and they reach it, and it almost seems impossible. So why not this goal? Why not this goal that could actually benefit everyone? This goal that could literally be our happiness. So that was another metaphor. I really like that one because it truly works with the way we think in life and how it is. We need everyone to make the world a better place. Another metaphor I have, it's called the experimental rat metaphor for life. So pretend you're kind of like a rat in a maze, right? And you kind of like sense that there's this fruit that's a long way, right? But this fruit is very long, it takes effort to get there. But then you see like this cheese that's right there. But in your mind, or well, some rats do know, and others don't, that if you eat this cheese, and you're a hungry mouse, or a hungry rat, if you eat this cheese, it's gonna be bad for you. It's only gonna, it's selfish, I guess. You eat this cheese, the hunger goes away, but it doesn't really make you happy, right? But then like making the effort to go to this fruit, that's a long way. it makes, it makes you feel better and others feel better. That's just a metaphor, but it's kind of like that, the bad, I mean, the cheese is the bad in life, the fruit is good in life. We need, it's easy to be selfish. It's easy to, be lazy. It's easy to say, it'll fix itself. But, we need to realize that we could do things, and it's not hard. Just as I said, knowing this information and sharing it is, it's gonna be in your mind, that the door is gonna remain open, and in step by step, we could change things. Another thing I want to talk about is like that this is gonna be a slow process. Making the world a better place. These goals that we have, for example, someone's eating bad, right? They've been eating bad their whole life. Example, someone's been selfish their whole life. This is just, kind of the same. But, a person's been eating bad their whole life. You can't expect that person to eat healthy the next day and then healthy the rest of his life. It's just, we're programmed to take things step by step. You know, we're not, I guess it is possible for people to take drastic changes like that, but most of us aren't, and that's okay because that's normal. But I think it's really important to tell you guys we need to take things step by step. As I said, sharing this video isn't gonna be much, but it could help a lot. Because a lot of people, they don't know this. They just, I see people in life, and all they care about is working. Having children. And that's basically it. I'm like, there's other people in the world that need help. Why why do all these extra things that don't work for your happiness? Don't work for making the world a better place. Why not do small things to make it better? So another thing I wanted to talk about is it's kind of cool because if you think about it, the history of humans. We used to be animals. When we were animals, um, all we cared about is surviving. All we cared about is not getting eaten by others and feeding ourselves. That was the main thing. And that seems incredible how far we come. We have plenty of food. Well, in America, we have houses. We don't have to worry about anything. So it's kind of like each each state of evolution has their own thing. I think when we were animals, it was basically survival. In back in the early human lives, it was to gather up more animals, or I mean more humans, other humans. And then think of like back when we started building towns, and that was kind of like the economy state. And now what I think we're in is like the mental evolution state. We're at a state where we have to basically evolution, but with our mental aspects, because we don't need to go on our life trying to find what that's easy. We don't have to search for food. We don't have to hibernate. Like I think the only thing that's left for us right now is really having like empathy and like making ourselves mentally strong, not only for us but for others. I think we're kind of getting close to true peacefulness, but there's still some things that we need to fix, especially ignorance. A lot of the world, they're selfish and ignorant, and I hate saying that, but I truly feel like we need to do a better job. As I'm not anyone. I'm just this is just what I know. I wish I could say it isn't true, but I feel like it is. And I think the next step to basically making well, it's kind of like um, it's not there yet, but almost. But we still have to fix things like, murderers. There's school shootings. There's people that are dying of hunger. People that are dying of, not having shelter. But once we fix our economy, I think fixing our economy and like having better mental examinations and like making sure everyone's happy. After that, I think the next step is, well, it should be a step right now. Actually, we should work on mental and economy, and the next step, well, should be like veganism, because I feel like all life is important. Not just humans. Like to me, it doesn't make sense that only humans are the ones that are important just because we think and we have memory. Like other animals, they feel emotions, they feel pain. Just because they're not, they weren't born to think like us doesn't mean they we can kill them and eat them. It doesn't make sense. And as I said, guys, like taking step by step, it's important. I really think veganism is really important for us, because it just shows, once we cross that line of veganism, it just shows how peaceful we could truly be. We won't be at that that violent, that animalistic stage anymore. We will truly be peaceful. No one's gonna die, no one's gonna murder anyone. And yeah, as I said, guys, you could take step by step things. You could share this information that I told you about. You could share this video. A lot of what I said, is just it seems common sense, but I feel like we need to focus on this information more. you know and sharing this video, guys, is would help a lot. It would show a lot of people what we need to do. It's not just about working, it's not just about me. It's about, we're at the stage where everyone should feel good, not just the people that were lucky to be born someplace. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about right now. I'll definitely make more videos later. I just wanted to quickly share this information. And guys, as I said, take things step by step. It's not all 0 to 100. As I said, with the economy, maybe you could implant that in your mind to later, save some money. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save money, for other people, for veganism. I really hope you guys take step by step things to become vegan. For me, in high school, it seemed impossible. All I did was eat meat. I was addicted to eating meat. All I did was work out, eat meat. Get my protein. And it changed. I've been vegan for like 3 years. I know it's not a lot, but it's amazing how back then I was like, I'll never be vegan. That's impossible. But I made the change. And if I could do it, I was addicted to meat. If I could do this, you guys can do it. As I said, take things step by step. Maybe each week you cut off a day where you don't eat meat, and maybe the next month you take 2 days of not eating meat a week, and you could do that slowly. That in that way it becomes easy, so you don't crash the diet. Well, it's not a diet, it's just a new way of living life, peacefully. All right, well, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. As I said, I'll make more videos later, and I'll see you guys. All right.